What's going on, 20-somethings? I'm your host, Jaisha Smalls, but you can call me Jay Couture, and welcome to the 20-Till Podcast. The 20-Till Podcast is all about navigating the time in your 20s. If you're watching on YouTube, hey YouTube, make sure at the end of this video, you listen to this full episode. Head on over to your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Amazon, iHeart, you name it, we're there. Also, make sure you check us out on the Alive Podcast Network. Subscribe and let them know you're there to listen to your girl, Jay Couture, and the 20-Till Podcast. So today's episode is all about living alone in your 20s. Now, living alone sounds like peace and freedom, and it's all of that until you realize you got to be the chef, the janitor, the therapist, all that. It's a lot of responsibilities, and we're going to get into it. So joining me today on this episode, I have a very special guest. I've known her since she was yay high. I know. A little baby. Really? Were you a little baby?
No, I had to be probably transition out of 8th grade to high school maybe.
She was a little baby to me.
Yeah.
And she's been around ever since. I call her my little god sister. Welcome to the podcast, Taylor. Introduce yourself.
My name is Taylor. I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Girl, you ain't gotta say, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm from Philly. I was trying to,
Yeah, you ain't gotta
I'm
be
from
super
Philly,
fresh.
I'm excited to be here in Georgia to be with my god sister. I'm excited to be here on the 20-Till Podcast to keep it real with y'all.
Yep.
And let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, like I said, I knew you for a while now since we was both young, but I knew her when she was young. She was young. And even though I have moved and we still connect on social media, we still try to talk and connect, just to see you grow up and be like a little woman, she grown, y'all. How old are you now?
I am 24.
24. And I'm 25. You 24 and I'm 25. You only a year apart. Well, I'm about to be 26.
Yeah, so I just turned 24.
Oh, okay, yeah. You did. But when I realized that you had moved alone.
Yeah.
You had got your own apartment. You be working. Life really moved fast.
And it be life, and don't forget that.
Yeah, life do be life. So we just gonna get into some things because to move young. How old were you when you moved?
I was 22. I was turning 22, I think.
Turning 22, moving alone. We gotta get into it because that's young.
Young.
But before we jump into you, because first of all, you walked in here and you was like, "Where your mom at?" And I was like, "Girl, I live alone." He was like, "You live alone?" I live alone now. My first episode I ever dropped was the episode about living with my mom in my 20s. And that whole experience for me, because I graduated from college, came home, and was home for a minute with my mom. But yeah, now I live alone. And as of recently, a lot of my family members and my friends has asked me, how does it feel to be alone? And I'm like, y'all, it's a responsibility. And I don't know if it's a responsibility because I live in a home. To upkeep a home is a lot for me that I'm experiencing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. So I do plan on bringing my mom back on so we can just talk about that whole transition. But while we're here, and I got you, and you know what it's like to be living alone, and I got to get this off my chest. I do. What was your journey into living alone? How did you even decide, yeah, I'm up out of here, I'm moving?
So it started off, I always start here because it brought on a lot of responsibility for me. So in 2020, my dad passed away. So when my dad passed away, everything that was his came over to me. So his house. So not only was I then became a homeowner of a house. And I'm like, I'm too young for this. Because my dad passed when I was 18. So everything got switched over to me. And then I want to say during my grief, it brought on, I was like, I need to be by myself. After I got over my separation anxiety and stuff like that, where I was afraid to be alone, I was like, I have to go. I need a fresh start. And I moved out, and I'm the only child too, so let's not forget that.
Yeah.
So people are like, why do you want to move out? You live in a 6-bedroom house. It's only 3 people living.
6 bedrooms?
Yeah. So they're like, you have all of these rooms to yourself,
you got all
the whole
this
3rd floor
space?
to yourself. And I'm like, I just want to be alone. I think in order to get over my fear of living alone, I need to do it. So you can't say you're scared to do something until you actually really do it.
Right.
Or you can't get over it until you actually do it. So I decided that I wanted to move out on my own. I was just applying to apartments. And my very first apartment that I applied to, I got approved for on my moving day. I didn't tell my mom because I knew she was going to be hectic. Like,
you didn't tell your mom?
No. Because I knew she was going to, like, try to keep me home. So...
Taylor, wait a minute. Hold up.
Because she kept telling me, like, you're not going nowhere. And I'm like, yes, I am. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Yes.
Okay, well, I could understand that. But wait, so you were in a house by yourself?
No, I never moved to the house.
Oh, you never moved to the house?
So I had to fix up the house. And I wanted to move into the house, but that was like a whole nother... thing that I had to get over. Like, all right, my dad lived in this house, then he passed away, and I gotta... And I grew up in that house, so I didn't really I wanted to turn it into an investment property, so that's a whole nother topic.
Okay. Yeah, I know that's right. But you, in your grieving process, and you wanted to be alone, that's when you decided...
Yeah, that's when the grief started. Like, that's when I actually started to allow myself to go through the motions, because being alone allowed me to really go through the motions. So that was, like, my sanctuary where I went through everything.
It's crazy because you're the only child, and me being the only child, I low-key like being alone at times. Like, sometimes it do get lonely. Like, living here, that's one of the things for me now. I'm like, dang, it get quiet. And me, it's weird because I can be in here, no TV on, no music.
That's me.
No nothing, and be fine. If you be like, you don't find that weird that... you in here
spend $600 on TVs for nothing.
Okay. So. And you wanted to get over your fear of feeling alone?
Yeah.
And you've been alone this whole time?
Well, not no more. But we'll get to that.
Oh, not no more.
We'll get to that.
Okay, so you didn't tell your mom?
I didn't tell her. So this was the first apartment that I ever got approved for.
Right.
Come moving day, my best friend was living in this apartment complex with her and her kids. And I was like, I think we could be neighbors. And I was like, I want to move here. So I applied. And I told my mom. You
still friends with her to this day?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So I applied. Come moving day, I'm like, Mom, I got approved for, I think I told her like the day before. And I was like, I got approved for an apartment. Moving day is tomorrow. And she was like, what? Where? And I told her where. She was like, oh, absolutely not. You're not moving there. I think it was called like Adams Run or something.
Not Adams Run. Where is that at? In Philly.
It's like near 5th Street. It was the trenches. But I just wanted to be alone, so yeah, I wanted to be alone. So come moving day, my mom was like, Taylor, you're not moving there. So she was like, instead of you packing your things, mind you, I didn't pack nothing. She was like, instead of you moving in, you're going to go there, mind you, money down, like $2,500 already down. She was like, Taylor, you're not moving there. You're going to go there and you're going to tell them that you will not be moving in today. And I was so mad. I threw a fit. You talking about temper tantrum in your 20s? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What do you mean I'm not moving in here?
Taylor.
So I went there. I'm crying, talking to the leasing agent. I'm like, you can keep the keys. You can keep the keys. I'm salty. I'm mad. I told my mom, you owe me $2,500.
Yeah.
$2,500.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what do you mean I'm not moving in? Don't talk to me. The only child syndrome started kicking in. Don't talk to me. Because what do you mean? I'm still confused. Still to this day, I'm a little mad about that. But we'll talk about that when I get back to Philly. So, yeah, that was my first time getting approved and being denied by my mom.
Not being denied by my mom. Not the people, but my mom.
And then after I gave it some time, and I'm like,
so wait, you didn't move in at all?
No. I knew the apartment I was moving in. Nice space. I had 2 entrances. I had grass, like a little lawn on the outside. Mind you, it is the trenches a little bit, y'all. No offense to anybody that lives in Tacony Creek apartments. No offense. But yeah, I did not move in.
Wow.
I didn't move in at all. But it was good. I only put the deposit down. But I ain't buying no furniture or nothing like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I lost my $2,500, but I ain't lose nothing else. I ain't packed nothing either. I had that instinct that something was going to happen. Yeah, Sonya ruined that for me. After that, I think I came back home, and I stayed for probably like another year. And then towards the wintertime, I applied. I don't know what's up with me wanting to be near my friends. But my friend lived in Roxborough.
Okay.
Went to her apartment, and I knew something. I stayed there before too, because one of my old coworkers used to live there, and I was like, I like this neighborhood. You know, she should have had nothing to say about this neighborhood.
Right.
Roxborough is fairly quiet.
Cool, yeah.
So I was like, I think I'm gonna apply here. So, you know, I had 2 friends that lived in that building at the moment. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I applied there, went to tour. I'm leaving on my lunch break at work to go tour apartments and stuff. And I got approved, and then I moved there. And from there, she ain't had nothing to say.
I was about to say,
then
was she cool with it? The church is quiet.
Then the church is quiet. She ain't had nothing to say. I'm like, how you like them apples? I now upgraded the environment, the neighborhood. You have nothing to say. So therefore, if you say no, I'm still going to go. Because at this point, I'm over 21. So
what?
Yeah.
You just
no offense, Mom. I'm sorry.
I say you was just doing whatever you wanted to do. You was doing it.
Because I was serious about me healing. Like when it's time for you to really heal and get through that, like grief is really like nothing to joke with. So it's like I knew what I needed for me, and it's like she wasn't going to grieve for me. So I had to get through it on my own. So that's what I did. So that was the first step of like my healing. I had to get out on my own.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yes, it's a story. It's a story.
So you moved into Roxborough. She was cool with it.
Yeah.
Did she help you move?
She didn't want me to go really, but she did help me a little bit. So her and my grandma, they went like furniture shopping with me and stuff like that. And I realized that's when I was like, yo, this is a lot.
Yeah.
I paid $1,500 for a mattress. I paid like $2,500 for the bedroom set alone. I think it was like $5,000.
Did you save up to move?
I did. So I had a lot in my savings, but then after the fact, I was like, hold on. Hold on, wait. I gotta pay bills too. I forgot all of
I gotta pay bills.
Yeah. So I made sure I got the furniture that I wanted. But then not moving day, I want to say like a week after when my furniture and stuff was supposed to come, they bring my living room set and they're like, oh, this can't fit through the door, miss. And I'm like, no, it's young boys. Y'all just don't want to lift this couch and carry it up these steps because we didn't have a freight elevator. They didn't want to carry it. So I had to say, I was like, I want what I want. And so now I'm going to go on Raymore Flanagan and I'm going to get me a little couch off of the clearance section, I think it was. So it was a little $800 and they refunded the rest of my money. But she did help me. My stepdad, I think he was a little salty. I think he just wanted me out. So, because he kept telling me, oh, you ain't moving nowhere. And then when it came time for me to actually move, he packed all my stuff. I mean, from the time that I moved in the house, when I was at least like 3 years old, everything that I ever touched, if I touched a glass, and then he put it all, like he packed it all up. And he was like, yeah, come get your stuff. He was calling me every day, like, come get your stuff, come get your stuff. Yo, come get your stuff. I'm going to leave it in the vestibule at your apartment. I'm like, don't embarrass me like that. Like, not in Roxborough. Don't do that. You can do that at Tacony, but don't do that in Roxborough. You got people looking at me. Like, so, it was... I think he was really ready for me to go, but I think he was salty too. I got to ask him about that. I think he was really, like, salty. He's like, oh, you'll be back. You'll be back. Yeah. And now I think, yeah.
We're going to get into that.
So, yeah.
Oh, my God. So you moved in. You got all your furniture. How did it feel like your first night there being alone?
I stayed home. When I first, like, moved in there, I stayed home for, like, a week because I didn't have, like, any of my furniture. I didn't have my bed or nothing. Right. But when that came... Oh, I didn't have no TVs or nothing. I slept comfortably. I love to sleep in the dark anyway. So Me too. The dark, no TVs on.
That's me.
So
that's me. That's me.
It's an only child thing, I think.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sleep like that. Yeah, it'd be dark, pitch black. I don't care.
Yeah,
and I can hear whatever happened. I can hear it.
Yes, I was perfectly fine. Like I ain't gonna lie. I kept I think my thoughts was kind of taking over because I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh, you scared, Taylor. Yeah. But I'm like, just get through it. So I'm like on my phone, put my earphones in, and I'm cool. I was cool. It was peace. And I was like, I'm going to like this. I didn't have no cause. My friends, and I think my friends, when I first moved in, they came over to make me comfortable as well. Came over, made dinner. My friend, she made spaghetti with ground turkey. And so because I don't like ground turkey, so that's why I remember that. She came over, made spaghetti, and we were sitting on the floor listening to our gospel music and stuff. So they made it comfortable for me. And then when it was time for them to go, I was perfectly fine. So my friends literally stuck it out with me until my home became a home. So my apartment became a home. So.
Oh, okay. You had a good little first night at the new place by yourself. Girl, I'm trying to think because for me, I think leading up to it, I knew my mom was going to move with her husband because that's the reason why I'm by myself. My mom got married and she now live with her husband.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was ready for her to go. I'm not gonna, she probably listening like, Jake, what? I ain't gonna lie, I was ready because I don't know, I really wanted to like be by myself. Like, I just feel like I just wanted that, even though I kind of got that freedom and like that peace, but it's something like, I don't know, it might be only child stuff. I really enjoy being by myself. I'm cool with it. And she was packing her stuff, and I was just like, dang, wait.
That's when it get real.
Yeah, that's when it get real. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh yeah, she leaving. I'm about to be in the house. But then when I saw like boxes and stuff, I'm like, oh,
You for real.
she leaving.
Yeah.
Like, she leaving.
For life.
I'm like, oh, okay. And then
You
I'm
coming back
like,
tonight?
you come back tonight?
Like,
You come back tonight?
yeah.
No, I'm not coming back. No. First of all, my mom, it's I feel like sometimes it's not even like she moved out because Jaysha, the people coming over, I'm about to just come over and work from there. Yeah. I'm like, Mom. But that first night though, I was like moving my stuff into the master bedroom. And I'm like, oh man, like now I gotta cook, what I'm gonna eat. That refrigerator is for one person.
Literally.
It's for one person.
Literally.
I gotta cook for myself. I'm cleaning all the rooms in the house now. Not just your room. Not just my room. And yeah. All the rooms. Everything I be kept around here. And I'm just starting to realize, I'm like, oh, this is what it's like.
It's real.
All right, so now we got to get into like the good, the bad, and the ugly, living alone. Yeah. So the good part, what would you say was like the best part of like living alone?
I would say the best part about living alone, this might be, I don't know. Like, I don't have to worry about, like, if I wanted to walk around how I wanted to walk around. I ain't have to say, oh, let me see if somebody coming down the stairs. I didn't have to worry about that.
Right.
And it's a lot. So I ain't have to worry about that. So
you ain't wrong.
But just being, like, sitting in silence, like, just being silent. Mm-hmm. And then I don't have any kids, so coming home and just, like, not having to hear no ruckus or nothing like that. Leaving home how I left it. Thanks be to God because, you know, the world is crazy nowadays, so you just never know. So it's a blessing to come home as to how you left it when you left out. So I think that was like one of the best feelings. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I could say the same for me. Like, coming home from work, if I'm not going to cook, I don't got to worry about feeding nobody. I was fend for myself.
Or asking anybody, like, consider anybody, like, do you want something to
eat?
I'm on my way home.
Ooh, so all I got to worry about is me, myself. Yeah, that's like the best part. Ooh, decorating, like.
I didn't really decorate my apartment how I wanted to.
Really?
I think because I told you, my stepdad really threw me off. Like, you probably gonna hear me talk about him a lot. He really threw me off when he packed all of my stuff, like, at once and just brought it on. And I'm like, I cannot go through all of this stuff. Like,
so you had like all your stuff in boxes and stuff. Oh yeah, it takes time to unpack.
So I'm like, I'm always gonna go. If I'm not singing, if I'm not doing, like, I'm always doing something. So I would literally have to sit still for a week. And we could talk, when we get towards, you know, the end of whatever, we could talk about, you know, what made me have to go. And I explained as to when I started unpacking all of that stuff.
Okay, so you moved in. How long did it take you to unpack everything?
It took me a while. So it was a lot of old stuff. So I knew, like, one day I'd be like, all right, I'm going to take this stuff to Goodwill. But I never made it to Goodwill.
Oh, Taylor.
I ended up just throwing stuff in the dumpster.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was bad because I had the space. So I had a walk-in closet. It was a den, but I treated it as a walk-in closet because it was connected to my room. Mm-hmm. And because I had all that space, all that stuff just went back there. So the idea of the walk-in closet, it never became because, Taylor. Blame my stepdad. It's not.
Not blame my stepdad.
But
why you couldn't just take a day?
Because I was always on the go.
Yeah.
I could probably count on one hand how many times I've sat in my apartment and just relaxed.
Okay.
But it probably took me at least like, I'm going to say probably like 3 months maybe.
To unpack everything?
And he was still bringing stuff.
Oh, you had a lot of stuff. So why, when you knew he was moving, why you didn't start getting rid of stuff?
I was, but he was being. We're not even gonna talk about him. This is not about him.
This is not about him.
He was really being petty.
So it was really.
Yeah, like it was a lot.
Okay.
It was a lot.
I could kind of understand.
But once I did unpack everything, I was like, oh, I could finally relax. Like my living room, everything stay clean. My friends come over to sleep with, like, not sleep on the carpet, but like lay on the carpet because I had new carpet moving in. So, it felt comfortable for everybody else. But me, I'm like, don't y'all go in that closet back there.
you gonna run into something.
Now, y'all could, if you've been to my apartment, you can testify that don't go in that back closet.
Not don't go in that back closet, Lord.
Child.
Who knows what's in that back
closet? Who knows?
It's gonna get done, though.
It's gonna get done.
Oh, my God. I don't even know how you live like that. Because me, I can understand, though. But after a while, I'll be like, this gotta go. Like, it get annoying.
It did get annoying. So in my closet, I had an actual like closet like you could open and stuff like that. But then I also had a rack. So like I had my rack with like all of my like not everyday clothes, but like the stuff that I wear. Had that stuff on there. My shoes, they were there. Well, if they weren't at the front door, they were like underneath the rack. But other than that, I ain't really had to go back there. Because I didn't have none of my clothes really, like, unless it was, like, the clothes I was giving to Goodwill, but I didn't have, like, none of my clothes in the bags where it's like, all right, let me find this. Like, it wasn't that. I wasn't living out of bags. Like,
okay,
let me find this.
Clarify that.
Yeah. So sorry, y'all. It wasn't that. But, like, stuff that I didn't use, it stayed back there.
Okay.
Until I cleaned it out, I was like, all right, this really got to go. I really got fed up one day. I was like, enough is enough.
Yeah, I can understand. So the responsibilities, financial-wise, how were you able to, like, budget and keep up with the expenses being so young? Because, us being 20, we still want to live life. We still want to enjoy life, go on trips, hang out with our friends. So how did you, like, really just